Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dorcas, and on this my episodes of tutorials we'll be talking on HTML and CSS. So we're going to have some episodes on this tutorial, CSS and HTML. So in this episode, this is our first episode in this tutorial, and on this very episode we'll be talking on CSS and HTML, how these both can be used to create a website, what exactly HTML and CSS can do, and what you need to have to set up a well-developed website. So we're going to talk about HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS, more like the way we hear it subsequently or frequently, is the HTML stands for the hypertext markup language, while CSS stands for cascading style sheet. These are not necessarily programming languages. They are syntax that the computer understands, that is the browser understands. When you put in some documents on the browser, HTML and CSS enable the browser to read this document and then brings up what the user needs on the browser. So HTML and CSS are no programming languages like the JavaScript, Java, Ruby and the rest. Those are not what it means, but they are syntax that the computer understands. So HTML generally is not a programming language, just like I said, but it is the building block of any website. It is the foundation of a website. This is what gives the website its structure. It is the HTML that gives the website the structure that it has. So if you have a menu, a navigation, a content, the work of the HTML is just for it to arrange or gives the website its structure. This means that we can take an HTML and wrap it around some content inside a coding document, and by doing this we tell the browser what exactly the content is. And basically we can tell a browser with an HTML code or tag that this particular section is the body while the other is the menu. Like I said earlier, it is what tells the different sections on the browser. It tells this is the body, this is the menu, this is the logo, where it is located, and in different section. So we can use HTML to mark up a particular part of the website. That is, we can use HTML to say or tell the browser that this area is for the menu while this area is for another session. So that's what HTML is all about. So since we've known about HTML, we'll now go to CSS, which is the cascading style sheet. Basically, this does not really require us to go into the learning of the code in details, but CSS is very, very necessary and needed for the styling of a website. CSS has to do with how the content looks, the menu color, the text color, the font color, and the weight of the font. That is all CSS is all about. Its primary objective is just to add style to the website. That is its objective. So since we've learned and known the basics of HTML and CSS, now I would like to show you an example of what an HTML file looks like. I will just go to my text editor and then open the file here. Now you can see we have some basic HTML code used to wrap around content such as text displayed in the website. So write something hello here, hello people, and then you save this. So this is an example of what an HTML file looks like. So we use the HTML codes to wrap around content that are displayed in the website. So this is what a typical HTML file looks like. This is what it looks like. We have some simple tags in this page. So in other episodes we'll be talking about these tags and wraps that we have here. We'll be talking about some of them in other episodes, but for this episode I just want to show you how it looks like basically. So the next thing I want to talk about, before we look at some of the text editors that we can use to develop our websites, let me say this in case you are wondering how we go about the process of website developing. So basically what we do and how we create a website is we have a folder in our computer which contains all the documents, the image, the files, the media, everything that we need on the website. All the things that we have on the website is contained inside this folder, which is the root folder, as we call it, a root folder, is then later uploaded to an online server. All this media, image, document that we have in a root folder inside our computer is what will later on upload to an online server, and it is the documents in this folder that we create using an editor. So basically this place, once we're done creating all the code that we need here in our HTML and CSS, those documents that we create from here is what is inside the folder that will later on upload to an online server. Okay, the last thing that we'll be talking about in this episode is some of the tools that we need to create a website. As we all know, basically the first thing you need is your system, your laptop, whatever system you're using. So we'll have to get a system as number one. Then we'll have to get a browser. So you're going to decide the browser you want to use, whatever browser you're using, Opera, Firefox, Chrome, Google Chrome, whichever browser you're using. You just need to select a browser, and then the third thing that we'll need is an editor. What I have on the screen is an editor. So but on this page we have the HTML file. So I'll just remove this, and this is an editor. So we have different types of editors that you can use. We have Sublime Text, we have Notepad++, we have Atom, we have VS Code. VS Code is this one that I have here, that's Visual Studio Code. So these are basic editors that you can use. There are other ones, but some you need to pay, but these ones are free editors that you can use. You can use Visual Studio without paying. So all you need to do is just to download it and you're good to go. So that is all we're talking about in this episode. I hope you like this, and see you in the next episode.